The stages of counseling. As I have said, that counseling is a process, so there are different steps involved in it. Let's see what are the different stages that are included in counseling process. So first is the identification of needs. So when I'm talking about identification of needs, I need to understand, why do I need counseling? Am I going through certain kind of problem? Am I not able to resolve something? Do I need certain kind of guidance to take proper decision? Do I need kind of um advice from someone that, okay, whatever I'm doing, uh, I'm not getting the kind of results I want, so what needs to be done? Okay, so I need to identify those problems. That is what identification of needs is. Second step is preparation for counseling. So when I'm saying preparation for counseling, that means before going for the interventions that are needed for counseling, before going for different kind of strategies or approaches that can be applied during the counseling, we need to prepare for that. And this preparation needs, of course, for the identification of needs, because until and unless I do not understand what are the needs of the counselee, I'll not be able to prepare accordingly. So when I understand that these are the needs of my counselee, I'll act accordingly. And of course, when I'm preparing, I need to consider all the background information which I might have got through his um, records, which he from the form which he filled up earlier when he came to register. Then the information I got from him during the session, maybe the initial session. So whatever the information I have get at that point of time, this helps me to prepare for the counseling. Preparation may also need certain psychological tests. So we also need to be prepared with the different kind of that tests that I may need with this particular counselor. See what kind of test I will be needing with the counselee, that I'll get to know when I'll see the registration form, when I'll be in the initial interview with the counselee. So I'll get to know that, and accordingly I can prepare for the test that I may be needing to observe on this particular counselee, right? um then you move towards conducting the counseling. So when I'm talking about conducting counseling, that simply means that this will be the phase of actual counseling. When I'm talking about actual counseling, that means that I'll be applying different interventions, I'll be applying different strategies, I'll be using different kind of approaches to help the counselee to deal with his problem. So that is the conducting counseling. Now, when you are done with your counseling process, number of sessions that will vary according to the individual. So after conducting these sessions, there'll be a point of time where you'll understand, okay, this is the time to terminate these sessions. Now when you are putting a break, when you are putting this full stop to the counseling, that is called termination. So when you are talking, and keep this thing in mind very clearly, that this termination should not be the abrupt termination, because whenever there will be abrupt termination, that may cause certain kind of problems with the counseling. So as a counselor, of course, you are a professional, you need to be very responsible when you are dealing with the counselees, or your clients, because you are not dealing with certain kind of mechanical things or technical things. When you are in the process of counseling, you are dealing with the emotions of an individual, so you have to be very careful as an individual, as a counselor, how you'll be terminating these sessions. We'll be dealing about these different steps in detail further. After termination, we talk about follow up. So there may be instances when you need feel like, okay, I need to have a follow up of whether the client is keeping up pace with whatever we have decided, or whatever the improvement he has shown during these counseling sessions, you can keep up the follow up to understand that the kind of strategies or the kind of intervention those were applied during the counseling process, whether they are helping the client in the real life situations or not. This is very important. So of course we need to have that follow up also.